pagbigagat ni Konsehal Robert Ligorio, si former Congressman Attorney Roselian Matoy Barinaga, si Edgar Soronda, o uban pa nga ang ato guest panelist na si Alimario Darkin, busy kayo siyang live dito sa Zamboanga del Sur. So, hinapunta nga di po mo change sa inyo ang dial o ingon man mo stay tuned ka mo sa ato ang website para makita ninyo, mapaminaw ninyo ang atong mga issues karong bitaga na atong paghahisgutan sa atong public affairs program Kapihan sa Dipolog Rio Regina. Karong bitaga, nauban nato ang duha ng mga public officials sa atong Dipolog City. Kami na to si Vice Mayor Senen Alvis Angeles sa Nagbayan sa Dipolog. Dayon ang ato ang City Schools Division Superintendent na si Ma'am Victorina G. Perez na she's new in town, the new kid in town. So sa kanta pala, no? So, before na po, yeah, new kid in the black, ha? Pero sa akin na po, mag-inubo na atong bisita dire for the very first time here in Kapihan sa Dipolog. Ako nang acknowledge dire si Paul James Hapulan alang siya mga novena para sa kanilang buhay sa ato ang programa. Paul James, take it away.
Salamat din sa mga ibon ni Ma'am. And man, ato i-greet ato mga kababayan, mga balik-bayan na nagkaroon din sa buwang kapilog. Join Ujaga sa Norte 20 at 12. So, kami enjoy na tagabi sa presentation ito sa Ujaga sa ito mga taga-sabuang na tinong kaya nga maulit din kan sila mga temporary pinilianan sa gawas na naso. Okay. So, before na ito ang formal na pagbukas ito ang pulong-pulong na butaga, magpasalamat ito ang mga sponsors. Salamat na ito sa FNR Marketing, wholesale retailers sa mga supplies, sa office, school supplies, typewriters, computers, kabisan-bisan ng accessories sa inyong ang nanon. Exclusive video results ng Canon products o Canon photocopiers o cameras o video cams ang scanners. Ang FNR Marketing, nasa niya ang kasiguruan sa ibabida o nagtangan at CCTV cameras. Ito lamang ang FNR Marketing. Ipanitiyahan nyo yung pinumara ni Miss Luna Cabigo na nalimutan sa may General Street, funding sa may main campus sa Buanga del Norte National High Schools. Yung masap, nagpandir ka ang Canto Ring Farm. Nalimutan kayo sa may Layawan Bridge para may malalak po lang sa Buanga del Norte. Alang sa inyong nagbiyahe kang sa Dipolog na tulas sa Malabis sa Buanga del Sur, balik isa sa Malabis sa Buanga del Sur, balik din sa Nagbiyahe sa Dipolog, ayaw kayo magpakakit sa Canto Ring Farm. Labas na magalit sila sa mga lamitan ng pan, mga sa kape, asa po nila ang mga varieties sa mga seedlings. Ang nila ang mga tahong ay mga bulat ng sa mga mataran sa itong farm, mga farm ng mga pili. Salamat sa mga tulad na Ulipet Samura, matanong ng mga laban, sincero na kasayapan ng bisyo, pinatuli sa matanong ng iyong City Council sa Nagbiyahe sa Kapitan, hinggang sa 2004, nagto sa 2010. Yung nasal siya ang amahan, nakasamtalang ng siya si Kurjan Nobel Zamora, Igurado, Alan Carino, Dapitan. Pasalamat sa bato kang Mr. Carino Tumano, at Provincial Environment and Natural Resources Officer, San Isabel, Polo City. Kang Atty. Junior Jojo Nakikit, ang City Councilor at Third Assistant for Leader sa mga pag-ipit sa Nagbayan sa Dipolo. Atty. Chris Palpagan Jr., City Councilor sa mga pag-ipit sa Nagbayan sa Kapitan. Mr. Roger Walter King and Mrs. Jennifer Arlington King sa Oma County, Taiwan, sa Northern Island. Kang Honorable Domenico Alfonso Jr. for the City Rio sa Nagbayan sa Kapitan. At kang Mr. Alimario King, ang Executive Officer sa Nagbayan sa Kapitan. City Mayor, Kapitan Cities, Mayor Patrick G. Chan. Dagang sa usap na kang City Councilor Apple Marie Agulong, City Councilor sa Nagbayan sa Kapitan. Kang Superintendent Sanya Marie Amit at ang Provincial Superintendent sa Department of Education sa Buanga del Norte Division at kay Wilson Alwit sa Chicken na Half Bayan ng media o napag-usap sa ito ang mga dimi, mga baboy na nagkaroon ng unang eskwela nanglanan na mga notebook sa bullpen sa mga ganon sa eskwela itong mga kids at wala lamang ang Wilson Alwit ng Chicken Half Bayan at kalimutan sa may bypass roads ng Dipolog City kung kaalang si Ruel Ferrari. Ang Janus Marketing alam sa problema sa mga sakyanan mga pyesa sa bitang-unsa na brand at ang Janus Marketing. Natin nalimutan sa pagkulang lokasyon content sa may Captain Chong, din piling Kanabiyahan, ng ABC President Honorable Janus Shu, nalimutan sa may Crescent Avenue. Janvel is a selling fruit nursery at Lumber, alam sa inanon sa mga video sa mga kahoy, mga seedlings usap sa mga kahoy o mga varieties sa mga fruit varieties. Natin nalimutan sa may lingas at kulang sa buwang na pinole, di Panabiyahan, di Danilo, di Sarilo. City Councilor P.Z. Van Ong, Chairman of Quality Labor Employment, Skills and Development Public Service, Chairman sa Police and Trade, Commerce and Industry sa Dakbayan sa Dipolo. Lady Aretha Pahinti Tumong sa King Khalid Military City Hospital, Mapara Al-Bating Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Aming kasalamat, Mrs. Milagros Agustin o Mrs. Milagros Agustin, West Cornelia Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, USA, kay Mr. Wilhelmio Alcomenda, Virtual Acquired Reform Officer 2, Department of Agricultural Reform, sa Isabel, Dipolo, City. Nanutan nila kayo salamat na yung pag-sponsor, pagbulit sa programa Matag Adang Domingo Tanan Live sa RBTXDR, IFM, www.rmn.weebly.com.
Thank you so much, Paul James. Di ko kayo nilagchika minute ni Ma'am Vicky. First time around, no? So, hopefully, magbalik-balik na nila siya. Hopefully, siya regular na yung interview diri sa Pagpapihan sa Lipon. So, without much ado, ako ipailagila diri ang ato ang guwapa, maanyag, o daghan pang adjectives, no? Friendly. Siguro si Ma'am, no? Approachable. Because she is basically a happy person. She's always smiling. Ayan. First time na mo na kita, pero she's a happy person. That's my first impression of her. So, without much ado, ato ipailan din, ato patingubon, ato i-acknowledge, ang paghihabot diri, nagsalamat na ita, nagisugot dahil siya sa ato pag-imbita diri, kaya nakukay ni siya na kalambigitan sa atong mga estudyante, labi na karong panahon na kay ugma yung madawa, sugod na ang klase, no? So, thank you so much, ma'am. Si Mrs. Victorina G. Perez, ang bagong Schools Division Superintendent sa Dipolog City. Welcome to Papihan sa Dipolog, ma'am.
Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate this because there are a lot of issues that need to be explained because this early, there have been already reports about me on the radio that are...
Iba na sikat.
Yeah, that was in the next page later on.
Is that so?
Magandang araw sa lahat, magandang umaga. I would like to congratulate the people of Zamboanga del Norte and Dipolog City for your Zodiaca Festival. And I'm sure a lot of people are enjoying the last days of summer, although it's already raining hard. And I hope they make the most of it because when classes start, it's hard to get down to work. So good morning and happy Fiesta Clario.
Thank you so much, ma'am. First and foremost, ato unang pagkakaroon ka a little about yourself. Kinsa si Ma'am Vicky Perez, taga-asa, imong previous post before you were assigned here in Dipolog City.
Yes, Victorina Perez po at inyong lingkod. Pasensya na po kayo, yak masyadong marunong kayo.
Bisaya.
Makasagot ako, pero pag kanya malalim na, wala na. Makasulti, yak makasulti maayo. But I can understand, at least everyday na, lalo na yung mapampalengke. But, I became the superintendent of Philippine City. Dipolog City, I'm sorry, that's a force of habit. Dipolog City 8-30. And my last assignment was for the NCT as superintendent. Before that, I was assistant superintendent in Zamboanga City Live from 2004 to 2008. And prior to that, I was assistant superintendent in Zamboanga del Sur. I entered DepEd from a state college. I was a professor. I came in as assistant superintendent. So it's a whole different ballgame. And if I don't speak Bisaya, my parents are Visayan, but they're from Clan. But I was born in Legazpi, grew up Albay, Alibugis, Montserrat, Manila, and settled in Zamboanga City. So my husband is from Mindanao. So when people ask me where I'm from the Philippines. Taga-Pilipinas po ako. But it does give me a unique perspective in terms of looking at things.
So you are a well-traveled woman. Okay, jet setter kumbaga. Okay, ma'am. How do you find your new post here in Bacolod City? Upon arrival here in Bacolod City, did you encounter any problems regarding to your new job?
Problems, there are many problems everywhere in DepEd, and this would not be an exception. I am very happy about the very warm welcome when I arrived, when I reported for my first day of service at 8:30. But I was also taken aback when I went up to the division office and there were people holding papers protesting about something or the other. So, yeah, and I have a lot of files on my table that I have to study because these are cases. And I didn't even give them yet the time because I will still have to do the organizational setting up.
Yes.
So, maraming trabaho. But ipang sinumpaan kong trabaho sa akin and when I met with them, I had an orientation with the school heads and division supervisors as well as the SDS. Just to be visiting our duties and mission of the Bacolod and looking at our duties and responsibilities and looking at our assignments, and there will be a lot of realignment that will be happening. In fact, we already talked about it, and I think that's one of the reasons why there was already an adverse there was an adverse note on the radio.
So there are no violent reactions yet. Adverse actions on the reactions.
Well, if a call for my impeachment would not be violent, I wouldn't know what. And I haven't done nothing yet. I was only presenting. And I haven't done nothing yet. The memos are not yet there. The assignment orders are not yet there. And we will come out this tomorrow.
Okay, so siguro merong mga tao na ayaw ng change, drastic change.
Yes, but when I talk to them also about change, what we need to do, what are the objectives of the organization, and eventually, the bottom line is this. We, in the division office, school heads, are only support workers. Where the action is in the classroom, the teacher and the students and pupils are the bosses. We are not the bosses.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, sige pala.
Nakakanda yung division office or division ng Bacolod division sa pagkakasal in terms of books, textbooks, or
Including the teachers,
and classrooms.
Let me put it this way. Yung mga textbooks, we cannot purchase because that's nationally purchased. And they asked us for account. The lack of textbooks, and they said they will be sending us the textbooks. We're still waiting. Okay. What problem? I know, I understand the central office because one problem is before they act, they have to have the data first. The problem with the data is we get them from schools, and then it's in the division office. We have to consolidate that, report it to the regional office, we consolidate that, and then it goes to the central office. The problem is we have been away most of the time. So the signatories are out, and nobody, so there is a time lag in terms of the submission purchasing, of course, will follow, so it's also delayed. That's for the textbooks. For the furniture, I already told the school heads about this. If they have access, and I've told the PF, physical facilities coordinator, find out what extra, give them first to those who have none, who lack chairs. And there are also, we have also bidded out already for the furniture. We were instructed to start with the bidding for the furniture even if the money isn't here yet. And the money isn't here yet. And it was supposed to be ready before the school opening, but well, of course, the expected delays. Regarding the school buildings, I already talked to the local school board about this. We're still, we only have one problem, and that is, I'm not very familiar yet with what it is that the school. I don't know, one of the schools requested to have their classes in the open, in the covered court, because they are having these two sessions. But there are 8 classrooms that are already being constructed. It will be done by the end of July, as of the last yet. And it will be ready for occupancy, I think, by August. And they want to have a scheduled one session. But we did discuss it, and we said, how are we going to conduct the classes in an open way? How versus 2 sessions and having 1 session, but all of them in the covered court. How will instruction be effective? Which one will be more effective? Having them in the open court, and I don't think they're going to learn anything. So it's better to have, even if they have a short time, at least they are participating.
Yes, hello?
Okay, start na yung class bukas. About the food served in canteen, just like
Yes, about the food in the canteen, actually, we are still reorganizing in the division office because there is supposed to be, when I came in, I said, we have to reorganize because I cannot do everything. Because what we did previously was there are committees in charge of these things, and they will be going around and reporting to me. Okay? Right now, it's not yet organized, but what I did before, it's the medical section is going to look into that. We're still going to have a meeting next week, and we're going to look into all of this. And I missed out on the number of teachers. Based on the data that we have at the division office, and there is a formula for the number of teachers needed, depending on the enrollment. For elementary, it turns out we have an excess of 30, based on July 30 enrollment. So we do not know if those excess will still be excess. If those excess will still be existing, is opening. For the high school, we need 10 more. And right now, there is only 1 opening in the elementary and no opening in high school.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Another question is about the health of the children, especially kay rainy season karon, kay dengue alert sa health. However, hindi mo man obligada eskwela ang every schools in the entire country to clean the rooms, with the help of the parents, and that is a good activity on behalf of the DepEd, helping the parents, the children. Pero tanan ba hindi siya na-implement, ma'am? We are just speaking of Bacolod City. Is it fully implemented in Bacolod City? Kay kaning dengue good, bisod kayo ang bata matakbuyan na ang dengue. Dayon ang mga parents, bisod kayo nga sa eskwelahan mostly magod ang dengue na kuha sa mga bata. Is it fully implemented in the city?
For the Regarding eskwela, they have been cleaning already, but I didn't have time yet to go around and see. But when I asked the PF, the physical facilities coordinator that we have in the division, last Palaro, I believe the schools which were used as living quarters of the different delegations were fitted with this OLED screen. So that more or less is a preventive measure. And then we will see to it and we will find out. I still don't have the data as to the occurrence of the dengue in children, so we will know
For the
where
schools,
to prioritize.
yeah, I understand that. For the schools that were not used during the Palaro, especially in the remote barangays around the city.
Yes, we will go around and look into those. I think that's also one, because I haven't met yet with the medical section. I have met first the schools. So in the division, that's what we will be doing this week. And I will instruct the medical section to look into that.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Sarili patanong pa dahil sa unahan, atong na-acknowledge ang paghiabot diri sa atong labing nga panelist. May nato nga panelist, the former station manager po siya sa DXDR. Bugnaw ka siya tingog mo. Bugnaw ka siya tingog mo, yes. Ijuking mo diri siya, ma'am. Ijuking.
Kailangan magpapagod voice na rin ako.
Edgar Saranda. Edgar, good morning.
O magbuntag sa atong sa Paminaw sa kahanginan dili sa atong preocupan sa tulong ng kapihan sa Ikaw live dili sa Sunburst Fried Chicken sa Ground Road sa Canila. Good morning sa kanan, good morning ni Ma'am nga atong bisita karon nga atong Bangko ng Schools Division Superintendent dili sa Katbayan sa Dipolog. So atong i-welcome o dito sa tayo paabot usap na to ang lahat na itong bisita na itong Mayor na Mayor dili sa Katbayan Dipolog si Vice Mayor Atty. Silino Angeles na may dalang usap dito sa atong panaguban sa tulungan ng kapihan sa Dipolog. So sa itong mga tuners, labi na diya sa balay nung tune in, labi na ni Bibi Marie Bantaya Sorona din, good morning. Gamay pa nito ng pagkakapilihan. Ninaw na siya, yung Ruben Cole, mo maminaw po, kay good morning, yan, Bibi Marie. Gato na kay Muslan, nagian na luka, ganato nga panaguban sa tumanon ang kapihan sa Dipolog. Dili na sa Sunburst Fried Chicken sa ground floor, at kanina karang General Luna na pagkakapilihan sa Dipolog. Niya kita sa Hotel Canila 1. Pagbulan naman mga bisita dahil sa Hotel Canila 1 o diba sa Hotel Canila 2 dito sa Highway Torno. Pagbulan ka mo magkawan kaya na sa accommodation sa inyong mga bisita. Yung sa atong di palibalong na kita di palilisap sa mga kubutan sa or lending investor. Nadugod po lang sa mga pensionado at grados benepisyo sa kalunghanan niya sa Hotel Canila 1. Ipalensa kita sa itong mga kabubuton sa atong DC Mayor sa Nagbayan sa Dipolog Vice Mayor Atty. Silino Angeles ang atong presiding officer sa Sangguniang Panlunsod sa Nagbayan sa Dipolog. Si Board Mayor Cedric Adria, ikaw nagpalit sa pagkapaluguban sa Tumanong Kapihan sa Dipolog. Lain palugan na ito, si former Congressman Atty. Rosilio Matoy Barinaga na manangkin sa College of Law dito na sa Rizal Memorial State University Kapihan Campus. Lain sa nagpalit sa Tumanong Mount Roscoe Rangers na nag-ino o kanyang color blind testing kung ikaw nakuha sa BS Marine or Nursing or Aeronautic Engineering kinahanglan na check ng mga tanong for because if possible then may possibility na ikaw color blind. No, importante kayo kaya sa Roscoe Rangers sa kanya nagtipunan na kung sa Dipolog. Ngayon pala usap kita sa mga kabuton din sa pagbubuan sa tumunong kapihan sa Dipolog sa Sari Bazar diyan na sa Dalang Chavez, good morning yan sa mga lagaro sa mga Pilipino nga kanina sa Sari Bazar na alang gusto ka o kanina electronic appliances na barato at tuwang Sari Bazar sa Dalang Chavez na itong kakayan sa Dipolog na kung pinili na Sari Bazar na ada itong amigo ang mabilang kayo affordable na mga appliances sa Sari Bazar. O siyempre ang Roscoe School inanawat na karon sa padayon nanawat alam na sa atong mga school dito naman sa grade 1 iparoon siguraduha ang lokasyon sa mga karapahan sa Ross Kinder School. Okay, nila kung mga nagkakaluyo sa mga panaguban sa tulang ng kapinan sa Dipolog, live din na sa Sunrise Fried Chicken sa ground floor o babati sa duha ka mga siglanan sa RMN Dipolog. No, sa DSDR 981, sa 94.1 IFM, o yung sa live streaming na to sa www.rmndipolog.weebly.com live streaming. At ating mga suking pamina na gusto upasupot o mapangkala pertaining on the issues na atong nagtutupin at kung gusto nga makutana sa itong magsika, pwede nyo text sa akong number 0921-998-1614. No, alam sa inyo mga pangkana. Okay, so bubalik sinusta natin sa itong number, alam lang sa padayo sa pagkuhan sa sumaling kapihan sa Dipolog, live sa Sunburst at Fried Chicken. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Edgar. Umaw ka hindi. Balik ka sa itong bisita kay palihog ko guest at text ni Vice Mayor Silen Angeles yung kami na to. Si Ma'am Vicky Perez na itong bago na City Schools Superintendent ulit sa Nakbayan sa Dipolog. Atong ibawaan na ikan siya sa taga-Sambuga City, pero makasabot ni siya Grisaya, only, dili na siya ka-express. Atong lugar na pamutana, ma'am, are you aware of the practice being done in the DepEd kay i-reveal man last Sunday, nag-guest na mo si Provincial Schools Division Superintendent Ray Sani Amin. There are ghost enrollees in the DepEd. I don't know in the city of Dipolog if this has been practiced for how many years. Pero sa province, definitely, i-reveal ni Superintendent Amit na it has been going on for how many years. And then, how about the promotions for sale, the teachers' items for sale, transfers of position, places, no, assignments for sale. Are you aware of this? And is it happening in the city of Dipolog?
For Dipolog City, I still have to determine, but I already warned them about this. But regarding it happening in DepEd, I can most certainly assure you that they were. And they still are, actually.
Yung ghost enrollees?
Not exactly Dipolog, but elsewhere in the Philippines.
Okay, so entire country.
Because I have been exposing regarding ghost enrollments. I came from State College, and I'm a science person. So, I base most of my, before I make any decision, I look at the data. That's what I do. And it was a shock to me going to DepEd, finding out about the ghost enrollment. Like, na akong pumunta sa isang eskwelahan, and I asked the teacher, see your class record of the class register. It says there 24 pupils, and then I said, oh, where are they? Oh, may sakit daw, may ano, etc. All those reasons. Then I started asking the children, okay, who's the ones who could decide you? Sino nakaupo sa tabi mo? Tingin ang bata doon sa teacher, saan mo sasabihin niya eh. Ang teacher sasabihin, Ma'am, si Joy. Joy, sige, ikaw, yung sa inang tahan. Tingin sa teacher ang sumasagot. Tanong naman ako sa isa, hindi ang teacher ang sasagot ha, yung bata. Tingin sa teacher, hindi sumasagot yung bata. Sabi, tapos nung naghihintay ako, mga mula-mang. Balik ako doon sa isa. Sino si Joy? Mamula mo talaga sa dapat. Tapos yung teacher sa labas. Ma'am, umiiyak na. Ma'am, kasi ma'am, para daw buwan, dagdagan namin. Sino may sabi sa'yo? School head. Tawagin ko school head. Sino may sabi sa'yo? Yes. Ma'am, sino nagsabi sa'yo? So it's going up.
So because the directive is from the top.
I do not know how high it gets. I do not know how high it gets. I don't want to be accusing anyone.
Let's not be specifics, but this is really happening.
It's happening. And then I started exposing it in the national conferences. Nina Carino, who used to be the chief of planning, she's now with the Internal Control Central Office. And then when I expose that, everybody, no, that's not happening in our division. That's not happening in our division. And then it was Mila Torino who went around the country and then she even told me, even in an urban area, she found a school reporting triple enrollment. So that's how bad it was. And when I came here and I said about growth enrollment, please lang, then that's what I said in Dipolo, Pagadian. Also yung, and we did that also in Sigway. Sabi ko, pilitin na natin ang kandila yung mga kaluluwang hindi matahimik. I-exercise na natin. Ang problema kasi niyan, ang ating performance sa DepEd are measured according to indicators. Okay. Participation rate, cohort survival rate, completion rate, retention rate, graduation rate. Pag nag-report ka ng over sa grade 1, ang number na grade 1 na entrance will be reported yearly hanggang mag-graduate yan because that is a factor in the completion rate, in the cohort survival rate. Pag inano mo yan, inalis mo yan lahat, bagsak lahat ng rates mo for the next few years. So the data for the next few years is wrong.
Yeah, will be greatly affected na.
It is affected and it will be wrong kahit tama mo yan ngayon. Ang data sa next few years will still be wrong because it's already reported na entrance mo sa grade 1, yun na. The same as in high school. That's why ako kasi science-oriented ako. How can I plan with wrong data? So, kaya sabi ko, when I talk like this, even in my own circles, magiging kontrabida ako. And when I came to the polo, meron nga nagsabi sa akin, there are those who practice this. So when I look, it could be the reason why we have excess teachers.
Items for sale, promotions for sale.
Yeah. I will be quite specific. And Pagadian, I filed charges against the principal and represented the police and represented herself to an applicant na malakas siya sa akin, magbayad lang daw ng 35,000 my image. Eh, hindi ko alam yon. Eh, hindi ko rin naman na-hire because I'm very open with my hiring. So,
So here the Polo City, you're not yet aware of it happening or is it happening really?
I do not know. I have no idea. There are whispers, but well, I'm a science person unless there is some evidence to that effect. I will I will have to set that aside.
Okay, thank you so much and we understand your situation. Before we proceed, sa pangutanan ni Edgar, ato na ipamukong pangutanan ni Edgar, ato na yakmalay sa paghihapot diri sa ato ang main panel. Tayo mo sa kulong, pangutanan lagi ka ni Edgar.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning again, Bob. I was also asking this question to Superintendent last Sunday regarding this cost of details. I was asking, this thing is happening, is it because of a certain requirement per classroom of a certain grade? That is why there are cost differences down just to comply with the report.
Actually, I did ask when I was in Sampon Middle School. I did ask why it was happening. One of the reasons given is if there are more enrollment, there will be more items for each student. And one funny thing is, in one of the Baguio schools I went to in a previous assignment was, nakausap ko naman yung, kasi ma'am, ang barangay chairman ho kasi may anak na lalaki, gusto makapangasawa ng teacher. Kaya dapat mabigyan ng bagong item. And then when I was in Pagadian, when I was new, I think I'm also going to do it here. I conducted an education summit. I invited the council, the local school board, the governor, the your, of course, they sent representatives and presented this thing. So now you mentioned about that. The barangay chairman was there and I mentioned that and tumawa yung barangay chairman na tinood. Sabi ko, you too? Like, why? Tapos, not only that, additional number of teachers, the MOOE, which is the maintenance and operating expenses, is based on a per enrollee basis. So if you have more enrollment, you will have more money. But at that time, at those times, the MOE, it's only downloaded only recently the schools. That's why some schools are also doing that, but that more happens with the other high schools where it's downloaded directly to them even before. But when the MOE is downloaded to the division, okay, the division will have more money. But at that time, before it was downloaded to the division, I think prior to that in 1970s, 1960s, the downloading of the MOE is in the region. And this have been going on
For quite some time now.
yeah, since I was in elementary, I think.
So, thank you so much, ma'am. Before we proceed with our questions para nimo, ato na yung tawag sila kung may mga experience sa kapiyal sa Dipolo. Ang ako ang kalanggon na konsihal sa Dapayan sa Dipolo, si Konsihal Ruben Ligorio. Good morning, Konsihal.
Selamat hari
Mrs. lang po.
Tagalog.
Sa akin mo, Tagalog po.
Mahaba po yung istorya.
Ato mga sukit
Galugin mo ha.
wala ko kasi
May kasi
wala ko kayo tatigil. Ayun lang po. Pero ako hindi sobrang dito. Kung ikaw na may buntag, yun ang may mutadaan na
Ituloy ko na sa mga
Mulong, sa Pitan, sa
All over the world.
Oh, all over the world, okay? Oh, isa ako ang tawag sa Polo na So, ang akong mga kaila sa gawas, abroad, si Atty. Berlek Malefician, Berlek, if you are Newton na, may buntag, may hapon, may buntag niya. I don't know kung sa kaya, kung sa akong mga class media, sila ng Flor, sila ng Pumagarawa, no? Kumuban pa na. Ako ito na itrabalo na si Dr. Si Atty. Relita Manuisa, is mga kumuhuli sa Pumagarawa. So, ato mga alis sa Hong Kong, no? Ato mga pamayan. Ito pa. Baka anak na baka natinggan ng July.
Ay, sana ko sa New Zealand.
So, umasa ito isinis ako lang si Heidi pa, supportin ng Pagwalo. Magkano yung isinis na pag-ibig asawa niya. Ako mga Krista,
sa amin, presente.
asawa niya. Ano wala tayo kalimutan? Knowledge kayo Condolence sa akin akong sunod kasal. Nandun, Condolence at ipagsama rin sa kapihan sa akong pamilya. Magkaliwan sa inyong minahan ni Sinita Armin Decentes. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so, Konsihal, wala pa kayo pangutanan.
Isa ka lang ito, dito.
Tuloy ko na yung mga pangutanan mo dyan, sila pa.
It has been
Sikat.
it was, I think it was and was complained that you were signing pictures outside the shopping. He was picture was assigned to the
Under her division, Superintendent City Dipolo. Okay.
I cannot assign teachers from here to another division. I do not have the right.
Pero dito, in your assume office, you will sign the principal.
Actually, not yet.
Where did you get your information?
Sa komentary sa ibang station, ay pamukha ko. Yung may posisyon na may pamukha siya, ako, hindi ko sinisyon na
And my former assistant superintendent in Pagadian, who is now in Zamboanga City, is also doing the same. Because actually we could do that. Actually, an approach to like this, based on data, it is this. Okay, there are schools that have excess teachers, and there are.
Are you saying that there is a system also in the
I haven't found out yet, but I mean to find out. But based on the data, even if it's already data, and it's not even applicable, we have a formula for determining the requirement for teachers. And that is a national formula. From grade 1 to 4, it is the number of enrollees divided by 45 is the requirement of the number of teachers. For grades 5 to 6 and all the high school, it's the enrollment divided by 45 times 5 divided by 3. Sorry, I'm being nerdy about this. I'm a nerd.
You're a science person.
Yeah, I'm a nerd.
You're a nerd.
Used to be very nerdy. And yeah, so it will give you the number of teachers. So I was basing it on actually, and I have the data right here. If you will bear with me, I think it's those. I didn't have time to. Right. Even the master teachers.
Ipangita kong pagigupinan. Sige ba?
These are data from our planning. These are data, hindi lang ito ginawa, galing ito sa mga eskwelahan. Reported to the schools, given to the division office, and we do that. That just happen to be very good numbers. So now, studying this, we can compute the teacher need. And then the actual need. The actual number of teachers. And we found out that there are those schools that have a lot of excess teachers. I'm sorry, I cannot answer that. I'm just
Kasi ba yun lang siya nakasign dito eh.
I have no idea.
That is advanced business.
That's why she's doing all her share.
Yes.
Kasi,
And then, I did meet with orientation with the school heads. And then I said, I can have this data. Okay. Now, orientation, duties and responsibilities, what are these? Because my approach is organizational development. There are, even in the division office, people who are assigned not according to their position. Yeah. Right. So, I'm putting them back. Yung mga school heads who are supposedly heading schools, I'm putting them back. Master teachers are supposed to be doing something else, not administrative. And that is in their duties and responsibilities. That is very, very specific. They're supposed to be teaching and rendering technical service to other teachers, mentoring the new and poorly performing teachers. So that's what they're supposed to be doing. That's what they are paid to do, and not be an administrator.
Are you not aware that you are KPI? Because you misread the report.
because of palakasan system.
Nagpalakasan din. Wala pa nga ako nakuha niya. Sandali lang. Because malakas sila. Ayun. Ako wala akong lakas. Ewan ko. Ako trabaho lang. Ito. And then, I put it there because it is my duty. Before I started with their duties and responsibilities, I read my own duties and responsibilities to them. This is what I'm supposed to do. And since I swore that I'm going to do this, and I said, so help me God, bakit ko isasali ang Diyos sa aking kasalanan?
So gagawin ko ito, and
Parang sa corona.
that's what I'm being paid to do, so I'm going to do it. And then I asked them, please help me earn my pay. And then, actually, alam ko, I think I have an idea where that complaint came from. Because if you look at the data of the master teachers, most of the master teachers are in schools. And it is supposed to be, according to guidelines, there should be one master teacher for every 10 teachers. Now, if you look at one particular school, there are 8 regular teachers, but there are 5 master teachers. Certainly, that does not go according to the guideline. Ang point kasi nila sa akin, ang reklamo is, bakit raw na ever since ganon? Ever since doesn't make it right. Kung mali, mali. Iyan din, yun din ang ginawa ko. Kung yan ang ginawa ko sa pagalian na yan, ang galit sila. Well, mas maraming masaya. Konti lang naman ipon, and I will go by the majority. In fact, nung sinabi ko ito at saka I also called the master teachers, I laid down the premise. Okay, magkakaroon tayo ng lipatan, and I'm consultative. I laid this down. They know the data. Okay? I laid this down. I'm consultative. First, I will ask for volunteers who would like to go and transfer to other schools. These are the schools na sobra. Ito ang schools na kulang. I will start with the master teachers. Because they're not ordinary teachers. Master teachers are paid like principals.
See the difference?
They're not like regular teachers. And then, kung wala naman volunteer, saka na lang ako mag-iisip kung sino ang ating ililipat.
Okay.
And it will be on the basis which is held by the civil service on the last in, first out basis, which is only fair and is legal. I haven't done anything yet. May reklamo na. And most of this, karami, isa lang ang kulang na hindi na volunteer. Ay, good morning po. I was maybe at last.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, ma'am, before we acknowledge our guest.
So ito nga po, sila ang nagbigay ng pangalan sa akin. In fact, kung sabi ko volunteer, nag-unahan na sila, sabi ko, teka, sandali lang. Pila kayo, kung sinong nauna, yun na.
You're not complaining.
Ha?
You're not complaining.
They were not complaining with.
Deep inside, I think
Change, I understand, change hurts.
Correct.
Change hurts. But are we doing this for ourselves or are we doing it for the children of the Poland? I said, we have to look at the goal. That's our primary consideration. And me, as a manager, I am going to look at outputs. I'm laissez-faire. I'm a laissez-faire manager. I don't care how you do it. As long as you don't do anything illegal, you don't do anything immoral, most of the people are happy, okay? It's up to you. I just want the goal to be attained. And I did not set the goal. It's not, I did not set the goal.
Okay, so thank you so much. Atong i-acknowledge, ma'am, ang pag-iabot diri sa ato ang laging na bisita, no? But before that, atong i-acknowledge una atong panelist, ay atong guest, yun, no? So, atong i-acknowledge sa pag-iabot diri sa atong laging na panelist, diri sa Kapiyan sa Dipolog, si former Congressman Atty. Rosalia Matoy Barinaga. Good morning, sir. Okay. Hindi na complete. Okay, thank you so much. O, ang atong lain namin nga bisita sa atong Kapiyan sa Dipolog nga atong paabot, maayo ganin kay nahabot siya, kay atong di siya lang i-relate, kay atong bisita karong butaga, mao man ang ato ang City Schools Division Superintendent si Ma'am Victorina Perez, no? So, ani ang kauban nato karon ikalipay nato ang pag-iabot usab sa lain nato nga bisita karong butaga, ang ato ang halangdon nga Vice Mayor sa Kapiyan sa Dipolog, si Honorable Vice Mayor Senel Olvis Angelos. Good morning, sir, and welcome back to Kapihan sa Dipolog.
Good morning din sa mga panelists sa kapihan, si Ruben Julio at ni Congressman si Atty. Renaga, si Edgar, si Paul. And I'm very glad that finally I met personally the superintendent.
Rira mo nakita sa
Sa
kapihan,
atong
sir.
mga katawan sa Dapwes del Polog, sa Lalawigan, sa Buwan del Norte, Marikina.
Okay, thank you so much. Padayon kita sa atong pangutana, pero ato mang ikalipay karon na nakadiri ang ato ang Vice Mayor. So murag ato unang pangutana na atong Vice Mayor, may kalabot na sa natad sa edukasyon diri sa atong Lakbayan sa Dipolog. Kay kauban man nato karon atong superintendent bag-o nga superintendent. Kini nga pangutana, Vice, gikan din sa Facebook, no? Sa ato ang kababayan, amiga na kuana sa gawa sa nasod. Wa nato ni mapangutana ni Superintendent Amin last Sunday because this concerns mostly here in Dipolog City. Ang pangutana gikan ni Tata Marilyn Rubio na tuwa sa nasod sa Malta. Okay, ang pangutana ni Tata Marilyn Rubio dito sa Malta mo ni surveillance among mga internet cafes during school hours o duna by city ordinance ana to regulate business hours. Mga estudyante mo iskapo sa klase kay tuwa sa internet cafes na hook sa video games, warrior games, etc. So, pangutana Vice, kami Tata Marilyn Rubio sa Malta.
Actually, na naman tayo rin sa City. In fact, gani karon doon tayo mga moves, mga officials to amend some provisions of this na mukop up sa present situation sa atong mga kabataan. Now, I remember one time, even then Provincial Prosecutor Feli Olbis, na tubig siya dito, nisulat na mo sa Sanggunian, o iyang padalak ng mga problema kay iyang mga apo, no, na hook sa internet. And in fact, kami po diyan sa council po, ibo na kanya ng problema kay di man lang kay mga teachers mo sulti na mo, hasta ang mga ginikanan na isod na kayo ng mga bata karon kay ang ilang balon ato na sa internet. So, actually, doon na natin ordinansa ni. In fact, we have been strictly implementing it only nga ang ato kinahanglan ng cooperation sa mga parents, guardians, o sa community. Kaya di man ay mahimo lang sa atong mga authorities sa syudad, no? Sa opisina sa mayor o sa pulis, kaya akong isgutan ang opisina sa mayor because it relates to business licenses ng mga internet cafe. So, kini ang ato lang hangyo sa atong mga katauhan din sa Dipolog na cooperation sa atong mga ginikanan o sa guardians. No? Kaya kami din sa Dipolog, sa mga opisyalis, nanikamot kita na magkatapang ta na nilini mo dako nga problema sa atong mga kabataan. Kaya we know, ang atong Department of Education, naninguha yun na mo-upgrade yun, ma-upgrade ang quality of education sa atong mga kabataan, ikan pa sa elementary. Ani si Pare Ruben, as a member of the council, doon na naidaghan mga proposal karon ang atong mga conscialis to even modify and amend some provisions of the existing ordinance to suit the present situation. Sa unang god, sa among panahon, si Mayor Barinaga pa ang among mayor, I was then a councilor, doon na namin mahitungod ni Primera among ihimo ini katurang family computer, no? At that time, we have passed an ordinance at that time na mag-regulate nila, pero kung magkaroon, ano naman guni? Mga face out naman ni, mga games naman ni, online games, no? Sa atong mga internet cafe. So, we are doing our work na mapa-higayon yun o strict implementation meaning existing ordinance.
Okay, thank you so much, Vice Mayor. Rejoinder, gikan kan Konsehal Ruben Rubio. Ay nga na to, Panginoon reaction.
Ako lang to na, I was researching this. I was about to do this out of pero sa pag-research ko na ko ang mga kabataan yun, kung yung kabataan, hindi naman sila nga subos sa isla, mag-research sila sa internet. Wala gano'n na, saan mga ito nila, research sila. Kaya ako na yung mga kuhan nga ito sa internet sila mag-research. So saan mga ito nila pag-regulate, saan mga ito, muna kung puno na ako na, how can we regulate din sila? Mayroon mo sila ang rason. Oo, kasi sila kung galing ako, kung sa'yo tayo, kung tayo research sa internet. So, ako ayun to kung sakado sa kamangka na dili na action sa mga isla. Away lang sugod daw ng mata para mag-research sila sa internet. At sa kasabi, ipa-research sa internet.
Reaction gikan ni Ma'am Perez, ma'am?
Oh yes, lalo na ngayon with the new curriculum where there will be individual and cooperative learning where the children will be on their own for first year, for grade 7. They will indeed be, because we do lack the facilities in the school. The thing is, regulating such and being punitive, I don't believe it works so much because kids will always find a way to go around it. Now, perhaps we could, this is what I keep saying, let's think out of the box. If they have to go to the computer shops, then perhaps we can ask computer shop operators that instead, on certain days, certain hours, okay, the regulation is that no gaming online. There can be a firewall. They can set a firewall for that so that gamings will not appear. Like in the offices, you have a firewall that Facebook, YouTube, movies cannot pass through. It can be programmed. There are children protection softwares for that. In fact, we would like, this is thinking way ahead, but it could answer that problem, is having a MOA with all these computer shops so that they will really be used for instruction on certain time. And then if they want to go to gaming for the adults, then that would be past the time when they were not there. Just when the kids are there, turn on the firewall. And when the kids leave, then they can open. It's just a matter of switching on and off. So, I'm being nerdy here.
Okay, before ni Sir Matoy, ato unang tagaan of reaction po na lang si Vice Mayor Selena Hilles. How about the suggestion of Ma'am Vicky?
Actually, we have that provision already in the ordinance na ang responsibilities po sa mga tagiya ng mga internet shops. No? So, kini usa kitang po sa atong opisina sa mayor, labi na ini sa buwatan sa licensing division. Kay there was one, I think, I cannot just mention the name of the owner of an internet shop. Nag-iato yun sa atong buwatan sa licensing because of some complaints nga gini-gani ng mga online games, gini ng mga for adults porn site. So mo lang nga di tanaw ni maayo po. In fact, this is already prescribed under the ordinance. Wala ginagato lang consulting ni Superintendent Perez na it's not only the responsibility of the city government, but it's the responsibility of all, no? The parents, the guardians, the owners, and the community of people.
Okay.
If I might add, because this internet shops here, it's a business. And if we stop this, it will hurt them. The thing is, we can use them precisely because the schools lack of facilities for computer, which they need now, most especially now, to be abreast with the 21st century learning skills. And since we cannot provide this, and it is in the community, why not use it? So why can't we enter into a MOA that their business will not be hurt? In fact, we will be helping them earn, and it will be also helping the students learn the appropriate skills. Maybe well, this is an idea. Perhaps we can look into that.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for your words of wisdom. Ato tagaan si Attorney Matoy Barinaga siya mga kana, sir?
After hearing the both arguments, I think the bottom line here is simply implementation. When you implement, what are my problems? Because when kids will go during school hours, they're not supposed to meet. No? Then yung mga owners, we can let them continue, but there are restrictions. So during mga batang elementary, during school hours, they should not get weekend. The moment that they will be to be sure that they are meeting, then we will cancel their meet. No, I mean that's very simple like that. No? Now, with regards to research, of course they can make research, but I don't believe that up to grade 6 they can make research. Wala pa man tingali na. Tingali high school. Now, in the high school, they can make research after school or during their period, but they should have a certification from the teacher that they are there to make a research. So, these are simple things, no? Nadali na nato may balan. Kaya, nung kita karoon nga, ang atong problema, atong mga bata, bato sa internet, games, dahil ang ilang balon, ilang gamiton, no? Para na ko, that is one of the contributory factor why we have a very high GDP. We have 6 point plus, and that is supposed to be the second highest in the world, no? And our government is talking about it. Because one of the factor is consumers spending. At yung mga bata nakatabang sa pagtatag ng economy. Just to make 6 point plus, second to the world. No? So, tingali kining problema, it can be simply implementation regular. I remember during our time, we had a composite team, di ba? Every time that we go out, there's composite team, like the teacher, we have police, we have the licensing, to look over on this, no? And then there should be penalty on the owner, the moment they will violate that. No problem.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Vice Mayor.
It's a matter of the policy also of the school. Kaya panalitan o matagal ko assignment ng mga estudyante na kinahanglan din sila mo open o internet for research and other activities. Then I think sakto to ni Sonsine, yes, at least they may be allowed to enter internet cafe, then open internet for research purposes. Education na karon kita mo bisan na ni kita nagmahay man sa tong kagalingon nga wa ni sa una during our time kay ato sa una mo mangita libro mga encyclopedia tanan-tanan, no? Unlike now nga one pindot lang okay ra.
Basta nila mo background ng internet. Yes, Edgar, yung pangutan.
Okay, salamat. Kini nga ni kini scenario of same internet shops karon. Kung ato sila ginoon pa kayo, dako kayo application financially, especially with softwares and personally sa atong mga internet shops. And there's only, in every internet shop around the Polo, as I go, aning mga internet shop, there's only one, sa katawal na nagbantayan na. They can watch all, the whole set of, they've got monitors, but they cannot monitor what is being shown in the
Actually, they can.
Yes?
Because I taught in the United States back in 2006 to 2008.
Yes.
And by the time I left, we have computers in the classroom. The teacher has a computer, and lahat ng kung anong tinitingnan ng mga bata doon sa kanilang mga monitor, labas sa monitor ng teacher, at kung pupunta sila sa isang site na hindi pwede, automatic pwede i-shut down ng teacher ang computer nila. It can be done.
Yes, can be done. Yes. But I think that will be a burden, another burden of just owner, the internet owners. That is another software. I think that software is very expensive. I don't know.
Actually, internet softwares can already do that. That's why when you pay, they turn it on. They know what you are looking at.
Okay. Yeah. Not siguro in the Dipolog, ma'am. I have not seen yet one like that in Dipolog.
I did that already in the office in the Pagadian City.
Okay, so then
When somebody else is downloading movies,
we call that intranet. Intranet among the office.
Centralized.
Centralized. We have that report sa propose that.
I think you can do that also sa government.
It's matter of software and matter of yes, ma'am. Which is available.
It's available.
How about fast-tracking this process of school now of owning computers, ma'am? Di ba? The school now are leading to
We
own
are
computers
leading
in
into
school.
that. But again, we are leading into that. Our problem, of course, is limitations in terms of funding. Yes.
During my watch as a congressman, all elementary schools which have electricity, I gave them one computer, tutorial computer each, with one room, aircon. Because we were you could probably write
Yeah, I will look at that because our problem right now, and it's a problem everywhere in the Philippines. Even now, it's my problem. Because I told the school heads that they should have email so that they will not wait in it for the memo to reach them.
Supervisor attended.
We're going paperless. That's what I said. They don't know how to make their own email. They do not know. I still have to train. Sabi ko nga sa mga kwan, kahit sa supervisors doon mismo sa division office, if you do not know, ask your kids to teach you, please.
What the hell, ma'am, that's a generational gap.
Yes.
Because if you hire a younger teacher, all of them, but if you go with those who are teaching 55, 6 years, available, of course, time will come and they'll be guys out anyway.
Yes. And the children can run circles around them. I know that. Even in the States, I can do that. They know how to use the proxies. Even if I shut down, they know how to use the proxies so they can hide what they're doing from me.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ini pangutana, atong i-address na ito kang Vice Mayor Selen Angeles kay sa legislation, legislative work. Yes, sa sagutin ang lungsod sa Bacolod City. Pangutana, gikan ni Lady Lu Amorado, atong librarian sa Provincial Library and Information Center. Is there a city ordinance regarding curfew hours for minors here in Bacolod City? Vice Mayor?
Actually, di kita kayo mo o curfew sa atong mga minors. We have an existing ordinance, Children Hours Protection Ordinance, Children's Hour Protection Ordinance. Nananak karon, pasado na. In fact, I think a month ago we have just approved the implementing rules and regulations for the strict implementation of that ordinance, Children's Protection Hour Ordinance. That's the title of the ordinance, Children's Protection Hour Ordinance. So, nanatagihan ay implementing rules, and in fact, ang CSWD, City Social Welfare, ang Police, ang Office of the City Mayor, nagkuha na karoon sila, they are now ready to implement strict rules. So, na may mga provision diya na ang mga minors, hindi na ito ma-detain, hindi na ito na ma-detain sa mga opisina sa police, but it can be taken into the custody of the social worker. Dahil doon ay mga prescribed mga rules na takda sa mga ordinance kung saan pag-advise din ng atong mga minors na makita na itong magsuroy-suroy sa atong mga karalanan. We have the specific hours where minors are no longer allowed to roam around the city.
Thank you, ma'am. Sir, si Attorney Barinaga.
Madam Chief
Yeah, sa DepEd.
During this section, how many kindergarten students we have as enrolled today?
As enrolled,
For the school year.
actually, I have, but it's not a very,
Approximate.
Right now, I would say it was something about, put it between 3,600 to 4,000.
For 4,000 for the whole city.
More or less,
For 4,000. So for the 4,000, now how many kindergarten teachers would you
Right now, actually, there are only 10 with items.
well, for at least for the 4,000?
But we do
what is
have
the need?
66 volunteers.
Six, no, I mean regular, if you want. So
No, I
for
think-
the 4,000, how many number of kindergarten teachers? I mean, yeah.
Okay, needed. I would put that at something like 70.
70.
70 more?
How this will reported to the effect?
Actually,
That you need 40 or 70 kindergarten teachers.
Actually, we only report what they ask us to give, because even if we do report that we need it, that they can give it, there's no point. And because the arrangement for preschool is like this, those with items, okay, we only have 10, but we need 66 more. We have 66 more who are considered as volunteers. And these are paid 3,000 pesos per session, and they have 2 sessions, that's 6,000 per month.
That kind of scheme amounts to contractualization.
Yes.
And I read in the newspaper that contractualization is bawal. Yeah, I read that. I was able to get it.
Their guideline is that they're called as volunteers. Okay, I don't know how they do it in the division office, but in the regional central office, but those are, I don't know how they would, they have their own legal team, so they probably were able to go about that.
This question, ma'am, because it's a problem. This is really a problem to the community. You said we need around 70, and then I read in the newspaper that the DepEd is proud to say that they're under training 140,000 teachers for the training for K+2 program.
Yes, we just finished the training.
Yes, and how many of them have to list?
Pardon?
How many of them have to list?
I don't have the idea right, I don't have the data right now, and I don't.
In relation to 140,000, how many of them will be trained? Yeah, otherwise, because we talk about standard education, here we are, it is always in the newspaper. And then, when we remind the mayor in Congress, this is always, we always believe there is always a prejudice against provincial. Because it's always in Metro Manila. You know, this same time we have to cry. Because in order that our teachers will be free. In fact, the second question, ma'am, is this. There are only 10 who are
With items. Yes.
And this program, I read,
Yes.
is not legislated. It is not legislated.
The kinder is
That is why.
already legislated.
That is why there is no budget in the DepEd for this. In fact,
It has just been legislated. It came out this April, the law about kinder.
very.
I'm sorry, I haven't.
This is from this one said K+12 problems. In 2011, DepEd started implementation of the K+12 educational program. About 1.7 million students are enrolled in kindergarten classes nationwide. The immediate problem that came up was the lack of qualified kindergarten teachers. In fact, half of the teachers were volunteers and have not passed the teachers qualifying test. For 2012-2013, again, no items for regular kindergarten teachers have been provided for in the DepEd budget. The other problem is the lack of new textbooks for the revised curriculum. For example, grade 6 and 7 subjects are now being combined into one textbook. The K+12 program will be fully implemented in 2016-2017 school year. No, I mean, this is a macro discussion regarding the problem on our kindergarten.
So how about
The kinder program has already been, there was already a Republic Act. I don't have it here right now.
But anyway,
This only this April. It's not yet in the budget of this 2012. It will be in the 2013.
But at least we are assured that under your watch, these things are being taken care of. Because we were right, people have done that. I know you're talking about.
I hope I live up to the expectations. I'm sure I will try. That's all I can promise. I'm a resident of Zamboanga.
You're from Zamboanga, no?
My mahabawang istorya. Ulitin ko na lang. My parents are from Aklan. I was born in Albay, Legazpi. I was a resident for different parts of my life. Albay, Marinduque, Sorsogon, Manila, Marikina, Zamboanga.
All over the
And
Philippines.
my husband is from Tuguegarao. So, taga-Pilipinas po ako.
Okay, Vice Mayor, please.
I just want to inform our superintendent that for the past years, our problem really is the preschool education. Because frankly, that was really the problem that we faced, the city government, because of, I don't know what happened on the city division's supervision on this. Because there was really a very big problem on the preschool teachers. I do not know what happened because many of the preschool teachers came to us, complained to the city that they did not receive any salary. Oh, I do not know what happened. That's why, in fact, the city mayor has brought this matter to the school board and what happened, and that I do not know what happened until such time that you were appointed to replace the previous.
I will be very honest, we had that problem too in Pagadian City because the downloading of the money was delayed. Some of our preschool teachers also in Pagadian City were paid on the April. And we keep following up DBM, central office, we keep calling up.
And I think that's the reason why the city government has provided for city paid teachers also, or the city division, like for instance elementary, and some even in the preschool. Because of this problem, school board teachers, and even city paid, not even because the school board fund is not enough to supplement and complement the teaching positions in the city.
Yes, that's what I would like to suggest actually to the mayor, but she wasn't here yet. I want this to be personal, but since it came out, right now there are 9 school board teachers, 4 of them in secondary and 5 of them in the elementary. And like I said, according to data that we have an excess of 30 elementary teachers who have items. Which in the discussion, it came out that it might have been a result of ghost enrollment. So in high school, we do need 10 more. But that is based on last year's enrollment. We do not know. We will wait until we have this year's enrollment before we can find out if there's still really excess or the need is the same. But even so, I don't think there will be so much change. I did propose to the mayor, to the local school board the other week when I met with them, that instead of elementary, just be needed in high school, because I believe you have 55 items, school board items. Instead of this, instead of elementary, just the high school, because the excess of 30 will still be, even with the increase in enrollment, the 30 with excess of 30 will still be enough. But there are still 5 in elementary and they're going to retain, I believe. So we need more in the secondary. And what to do with the rest, I would like to propose, because this is what I found out. Our MOE expenses include payment of job orders. And there are so many job orders. I think we need a debit. that it's taking a lot away from what is supposed to be the MOEs for, which is mandatory expenses, school supplies to be used in the classroom. That's why, and I found out also, just last week, that's why I came out with a memo, which is not yet distributed, but I already told the school heads ahead of implementing schools that effective June 1, the job orders are terminated. Except for those doing security services, performing security services. Especially for one big high school, never mind which, almost 30% of the MOE is spent on JOs. I observed weren't doing much.
So it's a very difficult decision on your part, ma'am.
I know, but I would like to ask, and I told them, all these JOs, please, I would like to speak with the local school board. Kawawa din naman yung iba kasi kailangan talaga nila yung trabaho if they may be absorbed instead of the teachers, clerical, janitorial, security, yun na lang.
Okay, yes, sir, Vice Mayor.
We are personally, I'm glad to hear that. This is the first time that you know that the city division before charged JOs on the MOE. Yes, this is really the first time. Councilor Gregorio.
It's not personal services, definitely.
Yes, which is not allowed under the law. Because you know, we have a very big problem with the city division before. I think you have heard already that one of the primary school, pilot school in the city has been cut off electricity because of the lack of MOE. And we have several, in fact, schools in the city whose they complain to us that they have lack of funds for the electricity, water, other supplies. Then it's good that you brought this out, and we are hoping that with your administration as school superintendent, all these things will be corrected.
Yeah.
Frankly, this is the first time that if we only knew that MOE has been utilized by the previous
More for travel, I believe.
travel and jail, then we do not know what we will do in the council. Because for so many times we have been inviting them, and they did not one of them mention about this.
One of the problems also is this, which I found out, is, and I did talk to the school heads about this, and they still tried to negotiate, and I said no, because there is a guideline for that. Mandatory expenses. Okay? So, yeah. JOs are not in the priority. But we still need those manpower. That's why I'm going to ask the local school board that instead of teachers, because we have a lot of access, to just please.
Probably the Vice Mayor, the Councilor can, if it can be done, why not realign MOE to personal services? It's not
I think that's the MOE of the DepEd, not the city.
Yes, that's a MOE of the DepEd.
Okay, so una ta po dahil sa unahan kay bigo na katong discussion, daghan na nahibawan si Vice Mayor Silin Angeles bahin sa operation expenses sa eskwelahan, napunta rin sa Gino, dili guys sa kuan. So ato na kita sa pikas lawak alang sa to ang pahinungdo, panginabuhi, tax. Dennis, take it away please.
Well, di ba, we have our we never heard about the kind of
Ang approach ko kasi is like I'm not from DepEd, so I studied things muna before I go to one. And I go to website and read all these DepEd orders, DepEd memorandums, what are the guidelines. And when I presented this even to the people in the division, the school heads, it's the first time they saw it.
that's why many schools complain that they did not receive any MOE from the city.
Yes, there are schools that do not receive their MOE because if they receive MOE, it's monthly. They're supposed to liquidate it.
Yeah.
Others have not liquidated it. They cannot be given the MOE.
But most of them have not really received even once. So, okay.
That's why I was looking into it, and that is also our problem. So, what we will be doing in the division is look at the schools who are not receiving their MOE and assist the school head to liquidate. If they cannot do it, we will give them assistance. Because, like I said, our role in the division is to support the schools.
already conviction, we have this models.
That's Catholic rules.
Also, this is what I did before. Even those who are not able to liquidate and cannot get their MOE, the mandatory expenses that they have, the division will be the one to pay. And even the school supplies, if they so request it, we will deduct it from their MOE. Kami na ang gagasto. Kasi hindi naman namin pwede ibigay ang pera sa kanila. Kami ang gagasto, ibibigay namin sa kanila. That's why,
We have that one instance that we conducted inquiry about this. Kasi Polo Pilot Demonstration was cut out with the Polo Pilot Demonstration School was cut out with the school. They have not paid for about, I think, 6 months.
I already told them that all this, because it's all being documented, pagdating ng kanilang performance rating, it will appear. It will be considered. I am doing everything according to documents. So school heads, everyone is going to have their portfolio, what reports, what they have done. That's why I'm already requisitioned a lot of folders so that everyone will have a folder. So for performance rating, we just look at the evidence. Sanay naman po ako doon. Pero it's got to be done.
If you really introduce some changes and mainly
Kasi nga ang rason nila, this is what we've been doing ever since. They are out of their comfort zone, so they resist. Tulad din ho, I would like to say this, even if it's on the air. I found out that the budget of the division, when I looked at the budget, if the schools do not get their MOE, it's the division office that is spending the money. I also found out that each personnel in the division office have an allotment of for communication, 800 pesos. Teka muna, marami ng handling ngayon, bakit 800? The division office itself is supposed to have a budget of only 153,200 pesos. But according to disbursement, the division office spent as much as 500,000, triple or double what is allotted us. The rest are supposed to be in schools and not be in
the prejudice of other schools.
That's what the data says. I'm not going to, that's what the data from the accounting says. Because I got those data, come on, give me the fund. I do not want to ask people, I just want, give me the numbers, give me the numbers, give me the numbers, and I'll study this. And that's what I do.
I think the allocation for every school depends on their needs.
Enrollment, it's based on enrollment.
It's based on enrollment. The bigger enrollment you have,
Yes,
more
the
needs
bigger.
you have.
Yes.
So from that, I think that will be a good start where they can be properly allocated the amount that they need.
Yes, and also we are going to look into how they are spending it, including the implementing units. The implementing units are the high schools where the MOE is downloaded directly to them. The thing is, here in DepEd, they are not used to being monitored by the division office. Some implementing units think they are independent of the division office. That happens everywhere I go. Yeah.
The office of the superintendent is sorry. mean, the actual
My-
action is totally on the ground.
Yes, but we do have authority
Yeah.
to look into whether they're doing it or not, and the approval is still ours. The approval is still in the revision office.
Because what are you for? As a school?
Yeah, fiscal decisions are mine.
Before we go further, I'd just like to ask about this languages used as medium of instruction.
Oh, yes, the MBBM, yes.
So,
Nakakita sa YouTube. Like that.
So ato pa, there is a Visayan region, we talk about
Visayan.
Yes, po.
Hindi Visayan, but our Visayan is Mindanao Visayan. Remember that because we have Cebu Visayan, yeah?
Maraming kami sa superintendent amin last Sunday, na Bisaya ang grade 1 to grade 3.
Yes.
Subjects.
Selected subjects. But for grade 1, it's still,
Okay.
first semester.
Excuse me. Balik na kita sa itong kapihan sa Dipolo. Balik kita sa RMN, DXDR o IFM o ingon man sa atong website live streaming www.rmndipolo.pd.com. Medyo doon discussions nila ongoing kay nag-off-air man ta, nag-commercial man ta sa ito radio broadcast pero sa ito ang YouTube, sa itong website live streaming ongoing lang yan ang discussion. So, si Paul James, Paul James, ato ang panginabuhi ayaw kitang balik sa ato ang discussions here.
Ay, salamat kanto ka ni Pet Samura inon kang City Councilor Ruben Samura da sa Lakbayan sa Lapitan kang sa FNR Marketing da sa may General na Street Fonting sa may Zamboanga Dino the main campus. Ang kanto Rio Farm da sa may Layawan Bridge Barangay Barang Polanco sa Zamboanga Dino kita sa salamat. Ingusap ka Sir Carlito Tubali ang Pollution Environment and Natural Resources Officer. Salamat kay Sir. Attorney Junal Jojo Napikit sa City Councilor sa Lakbayan sa Dipolog, Atty. Chris Pagbagan Jr., City Councilor sa Lakbayan sa Lapitan, Mr. Roger Walter King and Mrs. Jennifer Agustin King sa Oma County, Cairo, and Northern Ireland, the Honorable Gobernador Alusos Jr., former City Mayor sa Lakbayan sa Lapitan, Executive Officer Mr. Alimardo Lakin sa Lakbayan sa Lapitan, daghang salamat. Kang City Mayor Patrick Jing Chan sa Lakbayan sa Lapitan, daghang salamat. Kang City Councilor Apple Marie Agulong sa Lakbayan sa Lapitan. Kang Superintendent Sunny Ray Amit, the Provincial Superintendent sa Buanga Dinote, DepEd Division, daghang salamat sir. Wilson Elite Chicken and Hot Wire sa may bypass road sa Dipolog City. Pasalamat sa mga sa Janus Marketing sa may Quezon Avenue, Dipolog City, kang pinagina kang Honorable Janus Yu. Denver, Necessario Fruit Nursery and Coco Lumber sa may Lingasat, Polanco, sa Buanga del Norte. Honorable Kinival Ong sa City Councilor sa Lakbayan sa Dipolo. Thank you to Lord Arita Pahing Bitong of Clinically Military City Hospital, Par Agatin, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mrs. Milagros Agustin sa West Cornell Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, Mr. Bernilio Alcoventras, ng Provincial Agrarian Home Officer 2, din sa Lakbayan sa Dipolo, sa Buanga, Provincial sa Buanga del Norte.
Thank you, Paul James, Edgar.
Okay, salamat. Well, of course, Sunburst Fried Chicken sa ground floor of Hotel Camila, Alan John Arluna, ng Lakbayan sa Dipolo, o Hotel Camila 1 and 2. Masal ang orphanage lending investor, alam na sa itong mga pensionados sa beneficios ng Gamana. May palisap sa itong Tulmanon, atong kanhi, Congressman Segundo Distrito, nagkaroon din sa College of Law, so Rizal Memorial State University, Kapitan Campus. Ipalit kita sa ato Vice Mayor sa Lakbayan sa Dipolog, Vice Mayor Atty. Sinico Angeles. Kaya na sa itong Tulmanon, mausap si Provincial Board Member Cedric Adriatico. Ang Horoscope Pictures na nag-gayon sa colorblind testing. Alam sa nakuha sa Maritime, Aeronautic o Nursing. Colorblind testing sa Horoscope Pictures. Basta nagpalisa sa itong Tulmanon, ang Ross Kender School, na nanawat karon alam na sa Clef Kender o nato sa Grade 1 sa Ross Kender School. Ipalamisa kita sa maayong kabubuton sa Sai Bazaar. Ayan na sila ng Chavez na pinapaya sa Dipolo sa baratong mga appliances, nagpalabisa ko ng mga warranty Sai Bazaar. Kaya sa dala ng Chavez na pinapaya na sa Dipolo. Yung sa lain nga nagpaliw ka na to, well, of course, ang ato na video sa kanilang Sunburst Fried Chicken. Balik ta, ito na sa ato ng credit.
Thank you so much, Edgar. Ako na masawa niya rin makasunod ko sa balay. PCA Info tinuod time para sa mga mag-uunga sa lubi. Ato ang buhatan sa Philippine Coconut Authority andam sa kanunay na mag-alagad kaninyo may kalabutan sa industriya sa lubi. Atong hinumduman sa kanunay ang istrikto na implementasyon sa RA 8848, otherwise known as Coconut Preservation Act of 1995. Walay papamotor sa lubi kung walay permiso gikan sa PCA. Daghang salamat ang Philippine Coconut Authority.
Okay, dito na po hanggang na from time to time atong i-plug ang atong live streaming website, no? www.rmn, small letters, no?
Yeah,
Small letters,
.weebly.com.
one word, .weebly.com, no? Para daw ilang mo madala o magkadugang ang mga nag-tune in worldwide sa kapihan sa Dipolog. Okay? So, motto, www.rmndipolog1word.weebly.com. Online ato nga webpage sa ato nga live streaming. Kanya mabati ta sa duha ka mga sibianan sa RMN Dipolog PXDR 92 ang atong FM din na pa technical adjustment until now. Ang atong IFM 94.1.
Okay, thank you so much, Edgar. Nakaupo ka pangutanan, ikaw kay Attorney Matoy Barinaga, then musunod si Consial Rodel Ligorio.
So with discussion, we will know that the new city superintendent will now have a fiscal control of his domain. So this will get a better on their as far as how the legal amount that is given to them to be managed. A while ago, we were talking about the multilingual mother tongue, and this is being made as a instructional medium from kindergarten to grade 3. Are we going to implement this?
It's going to be implemented for grade 1 because that's a new, exactly new curriculum. For the first semester, it's all mother tongue, and then the introduction will be on the second semester of the other languages. Now, this is based on the study. Those who are doing very well, countries who are doing very well, are using their own languages in the younger years. They only switch to English on the later years, and yet they are doing very, very well. All other factors being equal, according to the study, those who start off with the mother tongue do better, the children do better. I think we are products of that.
But it will be from kindergarten to grade 3.
Yes.
For instructional purposes.
Yes.
So, here, for instance, in Apollo, it will be Bisaya. Because it is more, you can understand better. For instance, there was a story for a young boy. He said, okay, sa matang ko, sa transaction. Yan, doon nakwento ko po mangga. Ang kuha ni Pedro ang isa, sila na lang sa mangga. Usa na lang. Yung usa, wala na akong ihatag. Dito na Japon.
Yung mga kapwa na yan. Okay. Regarding that, actually, we're still developing we're still looking for materials. And there are also already materials on mother tongue based, I think, in Zamboanga del Sur. I cannot remember the name. We're asked in Zamboanga del Norte. They have already these modules, and we would like to see if we can use it here. We reproduce that. Yes. So
Okay.
it will be easy.
Thank you, ma'am. Pumunta na gikan kang Konsihal Rodel Ligorio.
From what you have told us in here, there is so much immigration situation.
Mabigat yan.
How about the salary of teachers? This thing receiving the salary check or waiting?
I think it's still by check, and we would like to see how it goes to early ATM. However, it doesn't matter if you're going to lead to the financing. It doesn't matter whether it is check or ATM. I think you know what I'm going to get into. I would like to cut it short. I wish we could give the teachers a training on how to handle personal finances. Nakakaawa na nakakainis because it is their own doing.
But
Mga sukli na ikwakon gikan sa
That's
5-6.
why, because, you know, we have to pay it, but what gives last some
Self-collected
Amen. He told us that this will limit is okay, it's going to be the ganun salary of teachers. So, we're asking this because parang behind tayo sa decision eh.
Actually,
Some other people.
that's why he thought into it. We talked about it, Senator and I. Because when he arrived there, ang problema kasi sa Borga del Norte, ang laki. Kaya nga sabi ko when I asked where do I want a small division because I will be tied down to signing papers all the time. I won't be able to do much. So, ang reklamo niya doon is, magsasign siya ng mga check na sa katerwa. Gawin na lang niya, isahan na lang sa bangko na lang, bahala ng bangko. Yes.
Kasi, most of the cases are saving their salary of 6 to be,
But they can also send the RTM, they just give the pin.
Yeah, yes, but mas, it is I think really acceptable yung PTA. Kasi saan kayo?
In fact, I would like to also to say that mas acceptable ang ATM tapos mas legal. Because now, like I said, bago ibigay ang check sa financing, make sure the teacher has signed the payroll. Otherwise, you can be charged. Because that will come out as garnishment. It is still, hanggat hindi natatanggap ng teacher, that is still government money. And if somebody takes that, that is garnishment, regardless of power of attorney.
Another question. Will you ask your profits and this program that the family service, when it comes to payments of service, city and water, kasi I was informed before that hindi pa nasito yung sa city.
I haven't looked into it, but I said, ito kasi warning ko sa mga school heads, ayaw ko makialam masyado. I will come in kung may mali. Pag ginagawa niyong tama, kwan. So I just met them last week. Ito, ang kwan. You got your MOA, do according to guidelines. Okay? If I still find out they don't do that, that's when I will come in. Okay? But I think they got the message. And it was only last week. Please give them time. Okay?
Pwede tayo question from the Vice Mayor. I think you run under the Liberal Party. And then one of the program of the Liberal Party is transparency. After the impeachment of Chief Justice Corona, it came out that everybody should reveal the front-end plus the waiver on the bank secrecy and the foreign deposit. May I know if the city government the mayor or the mayor have issued an executive order requiring or government employees for elected and appointed to reveal their salary and everything. Or if failure on the part of the mayor to issue the executive order, the city council will pass an ordinance or resolution requiring the same.
Before that we will answer that all the time. I know that I think that we know about that. I am willing, what the requirements sabi nila, you must reveal your company. Are you also willing to try a reveal?
In fact, when the election is coming, all candidates, when we find a certificate of candidacy, goes with the waiver. As of now, when you sign a certain waiver. But in this case, and the secrecy and the foreign deposit.
You're also willing?
Yeah, sure. In fact, I can make a waiver. Because if I will be accused, I cannot be accused of ill-gotten wealth. Unexplained wealth. Matter. But I can be accused of unexplained poverty.
Yes, but sila ng Angeles,
actually to have free access sa SALN. This is just a policy now. In fact, we in the city, there was no instance na ngayon na itong taguan ng atong SALN. The mayor has not yet issued any standing policy on this or executive order regarding this. Pero sa pagkakaroon, the city government is open. We are willing to divulge our SALN to everybody. And I think this waiver, signing of waiver, I think there is no need to sign any waiver, because if we say we sign all waiver of all bank deposits and so on and so on, that is also detrimental to the person concerned. Why? You mean anybody can just go to the bank and inquire? I think waiver should also be qualified. When there are things, or there are cases, or there are questions about your wealth, then there's the time that somebody can inquire. But just a plain waiver on your part, to sign a waiver on all your bank deposits, that is very detrimental. Yes, everybody can just go to the bank and inquire. I think there should be a strict policy on this, on how.
Well, we are not this. We are safe. Because I know that everybody there are English.
Yes, sir.
There's a big conflict with that. We want transparency on one hand, on the other hand, we're trying to defend. Because the fee, social justice. Let us be definite about this. Are we afraid to be kidnapped because we have so much in the deposit? Or we'll keep the secrecy, and then that can be used to run after you. Selective. It should not be selective. Everybody should be.
I think we can still implement this bank secrecy or what confidentiality. Only that there should be qualifying circumstance on this, not absolute waiver on bank deposits, no, or whatever, no. But I think because if we say under the law, even the Constitution, there is no such thing, even an absolute right and absolute freedom. The same way that there is no such thing as absolute waiver. So there should be qualifying circumstance. If we say waiver on bank accounts or confidentiality of bank deposits. Because as I said, no, we are not after of those. We are not depending on those who are not willing to divulge their bank secrecy, bank accounts. But what we are after is the general result. The general result of this absolute waiver.
I'm sorry to say, nag-time cut off na extra gamay na yung extra gamay na sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much atong membro sa kapiyan sa Ribono. Sa ilang pag-atag o oras nato nga istorya sa atong magkatawan pinaagi sa inyong programa. So, daghang salamat.
Ma'am Vicky, please.
Thank you very much. I think this is a very good exchange of ideas. Yes, and I would appreciate it being invited another time. And I hope I will also have some time also to come out with certain pronouncements to explain certain things that are not understood.
Yes, we'll give you all the time in the world next time. Okay. Attorney Matoy Barinaga, please. Okay. Thank you. Kunsyano na Nicolio.
Salamat din, no? Salamat kayo.
Salamat kayo. Si Edith, thank you po pong inyong regular anchor and host. Mingon na ninyo. Happy Sunday. God bless us all. Studio, take it away.
China.
Kita tanya pag-asa siya.
China.
Hindi lang ito lang sistema ba?